Hello, it's Rach Face back again for my life, my way, my face buried in a book. So I'm back to review a book, actually to review an advanced reader copy. So whilst I'm filming this today, I won't actually be posting it for like another week. But there was no way I was waiting a week to get my thoughts out for this one because I got it today. And yes, okay, I read it as soon as I got home and like didn't stop and like I'm in love with the characters. So what did I get? An advanced copy of on my Kindle. So I got King of Lies by Nikki Pennington. So this is what it looks like. It has the little ARC copy there, but this is what it will look like when it comes out. Like, hello. So yes, that is amazing. Yes, whilst I have the advanced reader copy, I have also pre-ordered it. That's how much I enjoyed this book. I've already pre-ordered the damn thing, even though I've just read the thing. But oh my goodness, I've never read a Nikki Pennington novel before. I will be reading more of them. Oh my goodness, the characters. Can I just point out, I really like that all the family starts with a K. Like Kai, Knox, Kane, Kinsey. Like, that's just so cool. And their name is Kensington, so it's like all K's. Like, I really like that. Like, that's probably something that I think is probably one of my favorite things when authors do that, is like they put a common thread through their characters' names when they're family based, because it does make it so much easier to understand who is who and who is related to who. So I really liked this story. I liked that it was set in like a university theme, and like you got frat parties, but you also got a little bit more outside of that and you got to see everything that everyone was doing. So I really enjoyed that. It was a different sort of love story. So it wasn't like enemies to lovers. It was like lovers to enemies to lovers, which was really cool to see it happening. Although there were times where I was like, oh my goodness, if you two would just stop for a minute and just talk and not cut the other one off and not like put a wall up mid-conversation. Why do people have to put a wall up mid-conversation? Like, stop. Just listen to what the other person is saying, acknowledge it, and then if you're not happy, move on. Which eventually, yes, that does happen. But oh my god, when it doesn't happen for the first few times, it's like, oh, no, 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 no. I've never taken a gut instinct to somebody as much as I took a gut instinct, a gut, like, dislike. My instincts kicked in and I took an instant dislike to Derek. I love Amanda. Can I have a best friend like her? Actually, I have best friends like her. That's probably why I liked her, is that she's so relatable and she's so real to people that I know, which is probably why I was like, I like her. I want to be friends with her. I am friends with people who are exactly like her, so that makes a lot of sense. Oh, it's scary to think that I have people like that in my life. I would like to have a Kane in my life. I'd like to have a Knox in my life too. Yeah, okay, I'd like to have a Kai too, and a Kinsey. Okay, I just like to have that whole like sibling group in my life. Not necessarily as siblings, I'd like to be their sibling, but I'd also like to be just their friend. I am intrigued to know what happens when Kane gets his own story. That's going to be interesting. I've read the prologue at the end of this book and I was like, I will be reading that one too. I think she could do a spin-off on all the siblings and you'd sit there hooked and you'd read them and you'd love them. I mean, I started reading, technically I started reading on my lunch break because that's when I was given it. And I read like 2 chapters on my lunch break and then I got home and I read the rest of them. I didn't move from my bed. Literally just laid there with the Kindle like this going, yes, I will read this and yes, I will finish this. And it was amazing. Completely and utterly amazing. Like, it is 18s plus, so it does have spice. It might be it's just the right amount of spice, and it's written well. Like, there are some bits of spice where you're like in other books or in other situations, you know, when somebody writes spice and you're like, oh, I could just skim that whole thing, and just, you know, you don't skim with this book. Like, it's enjoyable, it's well written, and it's written with respect to both characters, and it's nice to see that it is very much a equal share of who controls and who initiates the spicy aspects of the relationship, which is lovely to see that the girl takes control and puts her foot down and is like, no, this is what's going to happen. But it's also nice to see that there is still a male who is there to take control of certain situations. And I really liked, aside from the spice, I really liked the family aspect of it. Like, even aside from the relationship, the lovers' relationship, I really liked the relationship that developed within the family and within Ivy and Kai's family, his brothers and sister. It was really nice to see her interact with the family and the family interact with her, and to see that just because she was in a relationship with Kai, and that was already over when the book really started, and then it was back together again later on. But it was nice to see that she managed to keep her friendships with the family. Like, they may have been strained with some of them, but it was really nice to see how protective the Kensington family still was of Ivy, even though everything had gone to hell in a handbasket, really, regarding her relationship with their brother. So it was really nice to know that, you know what, this gives you hope that there are some relationships that are stronger than a romantic relationship, and there are some bonds that do exist past that, and there is sometimes love that will exist no matter what is going on in your life. So I loved that aspect of the book. But yeah, no, I would highly recommend, give it a read. I feel so blessed that I got to read it before it came out. So blessed and so happy that I did. And like, yeah, I was like, oh, I know I'm going to read it in like one sitting. Do I wait until closer to release date to read it? Because then I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I want to do it now. I want to do it now. I want to do it now. But no, I read it as soon as I got it. And then I'm reviewing it as soon as I get it. And now I have to hold on to it and not tell anyone anything about it until June the 21st, which is only 6 days away. But 6 days is a long day. It's a long time. I'm going to read it 6 more times. Probably. I might read it a few more times than that. But you know what? That's fine. But yeah, no, highly recommend. You will love it when you read it. It's amazing. It's so detailed and grounded in reality, and just a gorgeous depiction of not just romantic love, but all sorts of love, which was really lovely to see. But yeah, no, give it a read. You will adore it as much as I did. And that is it from me, and I will see you next time. Bye.